Hey everybody, Emma here. So, are you passionate about helping families improve sleep but feel completely overwhelmed by the idea of turning this passion into a profitable business? So if you're nodding yes, then you're in the perfect place, because today I'm breaking down the exact steps that you need to take to transform your desire to help families with sleep into a thriving and impactful business. Yep, my goal is to save you the hassle of wondering what to do, and importantly, in what order to focus on when it comes to doing these tasks. And by the end of this video, you're going to have the roadmap to launch your career as a sleep consultant. And if you're serious about becoming a sleep consultant, one who not only empowers families but also excels in running a successful business, then this is what we do. So if that is something that you're looking for, we'd love to help you. And all you need to do is click the link below the description, and that's going to allow you to speak to us directly. Okay, so let's start with the foundation of your business, the name. Now, choosing the right name for your sleep consulting business might feel overwhelming, but I'm here to simplify it for you. And there are generally three approaches that you can take: descriptive name, abstract, or personal name. So let's break these down, starting with descriptive names. So these are straightforward and really tell your clients exactly what you do. For example, Better Sleep Solutions clearly indicates that your business focuses on improving sleep. And this is perfect if you want, that immediate clarity. Okay, abstract names. So these can be more unique and memorable. Think of something like Apple. It's simple, it's friendly, and it's actually synonymous with innovation. And abstract names don't limit your services to sleep consulting alone, which is ideal if you plan to expand your services in the future. But the thing you got to remember here is that it actually might require more marketing effort to associate the name with your sleep consulting service. And then you've got personal names, so using your own name like Emma Dewey Sleep Consulting, so it adds a personal touch and can help build a deep level of trust with your clients. And this approach can be especially powerful if you have a personal journey or a journey related to sleep that you can share with your clients. And it's also great for building a personal brand alongside your business. And once you've chosen your name for your sleep coaching business, I strongly recommend trademarking it, because that's going to protect your brand from being used without your permission and helps maintain your unique identity in the marketplace. And of course, each country has its own rules and costs, so you need to do a little bit of homework here to ensure that everything's kind of buttoned up legally. All right, next up, domain name. So when it comes to picking a domain name, the easiest one to secure is often your name. So if your business is named after you, well, you might choose something straightforward like emmadewey.com, or you could go for a more descriptive name like emmadeweysleepconsulting.com. And if you have a more abstract or descriptive business name, then you'll want to reflect that in your domain. However, try to avoid using hyphens and numbers, because they can lead to typos and are generally harder for users to remember. And basically, keeping to letters just makes your domain name clear and effective. And then before finalizing your choice, you want to check if the domain name is available and look for any existing trademarks to avoid legal issues, and really just ensure that the name that you want isn't already in use with someone else in a similar industry. And you also want to consider buying similar domain names as well. Like if I secured emmadewey.com, I might also grab emmadewey.co.uk, because this will prevent mix-ups and can protect your brand by capturing potential traffic from common misspellings or variations of your domain. Next up, let's dive into where your ideal clients spend their time, social media. And to effectively reach and connect with them, you'll want to have a presence on the platforms that they're most active. Are they scrolling through Instagram, or maybe they're on Facebook? And they're probably on both. And remember, if your preferred social media handle is taken, then don't worry. It's really not a big deal. Just try adding an underscore or a dash. What really matters is the content that you post. And that's going to truly connect with your community. And if they feel connected with you, then they will find you. Now, the next thing you'll want to do is have a way to connect with people. So you'll need an email address, and you'll also want a calendar, because you'll be booking in discovery calls and client calls. So I recommend G Suite, because you can streamline your communication and scheduling. And what that looks like in practice is that when someone books a discovery call through clicking on a calendar link, so let's say it's Calendly, which syncs directly to your calendar, it kind of blocks off time automatically. And of course, that process is also repeated when you're running kind of actual consultations with your clients as well, making the whole kind of scheduling of appointments super simple, and it looks professional. Okay, so let's have a think about contracts, terms, and insurance. So setting up clear expectations and rock solid legal boundaries isn't just paperwork. It's about creating the backbone of your client relationships. Whether you're talking, session lengths, follow-up support, or, the clear boundaries of your expertise, it's all about clarity. And that means that you want to make sure every critical detail, like how you handle payments, protect privacy, manage liabilities, that it's all spelled out. And this isn't just best practice, it actually safeguards you against any confusion and ensures that everything runs like clockwork. And I know it might be tempting to copy someone else's contract, but don't do it, because you want to know that your business is watertight. So there are many companies out there that have like templates created by legal professionals, as well as legal professionals that can look over contracts, or you could have someone actually draw one up for you. Okay, so you'll also want to get insurance, and as you're giving professional advice, professional indemnity insurance would be important. And if you're in someone else's home, then public liability insurance is also something that you want to consider. And I would also strongly advise having cyber fraud insurance if you're offering online consultations and storing information online, which most of you will be, because the threats around data being taken or your website being hacked and the costs and headaches associated with fixing that is a hell of a lot. Okay, so you're also going to need to be able to accept payment from potential customers, be it on your website or a link on your email, wherever it is. You want to make this very simple and very safe. Now, the most popular methods of accepting payment online are Stripe and PayPal, and my preference is Stripe. They have great customer service and they have smaller fees. And basically, how this works is that someone pays you and then the payment processor then takes a very small cut. And really, it is just part of doing business. Okay, so thinking about record keeping and managing your finances. Well, confession time. When I first started out, for longer than I want to admit, I was that person who used to say, I don't do numbers, or I just kind of gloss over them, thinking that they weren't really that important unless there was something to worry about. But here's a crucial insight. Knowing your numbers removes uncertainty and it sharpens your focus on the key areas for growth and sustainability in your business. So what numbers am I talking about? Things like knowing what activities yield certain results, how many partners you need to contact to secure collaborations, and from those collaborations, on average, how many of those will convert into clients. For example, maybe out of every 10 people you collaborate with, you work out that on average you get about 3 clients referred to you, and from those 3 people, it may be that you secure 1 client. So what that does is that it allows you to do the math and multiply the activities that you need to be doing to secure 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, onwards, 6 clients plus a month. And knowing your numbers helps you to pinpoint your break-even point. So knowing when you're actually making a profit. And why do you need to do that? Well, that helps you set the price of your services, and it helps you make strategic decisions to ensure your business is profitable and financially viable. And in our program, we make this process super simple. We teach our grads how to track calls, partnership, marketing activities, and a lot more, which is so important. But at a very basic level, you'll want a way to monitor your fixed and variable costs, as well as other expenses. And this might include costs like software costs or traveling costs or income from different service packages. And you could use a simple spreadsheet like this, or you could opt for an online accounting system like QuickBooks or FreeAgent. And these platforms are great because they link directly to your bank and they automate the tracking of your expenses and your income, so you don't have to manually input that data. But the key is to start with something straightforward and actually just something you're going to use. And the simpler it is at the beginning, the better you can integrate it into your routine without it feeling really overwhelming. Okay, next up, record keeping. Now, effective record keeping does much more than just keep you organized. It's crucial for legal compliance, like safeguarding your clients and confidentiality and adhering to regulations like GDPR. And it's about making sure that every piece of client information is securely managed and easily accessible. And when it comes to streamlining your record keeping process, I recommend using a digital cloud storage systems. So platforms like Google Drive or Dropbox are perfect for creating a structured folder system. And what you want to do is you want to organize everything by year, month, and then by the clients, and just keep everything tidy that way. For instance, you may be working with a client and you're saving information within a Google Doc. You may have a personalized sleep plan in a specific folder, but we also need a bird's eye view of your entire operation, and that's where a good project management system kicks in, and it enables you to link to your Google Docs. And I highly recommend using a tool like Trello. It's super user-friendly, and basically you can set up a board for each client or project which lists each phase of their journey, from the initial consultation to the ongoing progress that they're making right through to the completion stage. And you can also link all essential documents as well, like sleep diaries and session notes. All of that links directly from Google Drive, and you set up these cards and everything is organized. And this setup not only makes information readily accessible, but also helps you to monitor exactly where each client is in the process. And on top of that, Trello isn't just for client management, it's also perfect for organizing activities like your marketing activities. So think of this tool as giving you this 30,000 foot view of everything going on in your business. Okay, next up, data protection and compliance. Now, it's important to be vigilant about how you handle your clients' data. So you want to be clear about how long you retain client data and ensure it's only kept as long as necessary. So if you're based in the UK, you've got to familiarize yourself with the Information Commissioner's Office, so the ICO's guidelines, and ensure you're registered with them as well. So that's a legal requirement. And for those of you who are outside of the UK, it's important to understand and comply with the data protection laws specific to the country that you reside in. But of course, a lot of you are going to be working internationally, so you're going to need to be aware of the rules and regulations around handling data internationally. Okay, so now we've got the foundational pieces in place, it's time to focus on attracting clients. And being visible is key, and that means being recognized for your specific expertise. And rather than just trying to address all aspects of sleep for all parents, you want to consider honing in on a particular niche that truly excites you and matches with your interests. Take, for example, one of our graduates from the Holistic Sleep Coaching Program, Isadora, who specializes in safe co-sleeping. And this is a topic that's not only close to her heart, but it's also something that she's deeply familiar with from her own life experiences. And this is something she shares with her followers on her social media platform as well. And this personal connection means her audience knows exactly what to expect from her during her consultations, through her courses, through her guides. And of course, when it comes to social media, the algorithm knows where to place her. They know the types of people that they should put in front of her content. She basically makes it easy for people to choose her, who are right for her. Similarly, we have graduates who focus on supporting families with high need children, those who help families with multiples, and those who exclusively work with toddlers or younger children. So the goal is to become so well known in your niche that when someone mentions your name, there's no question about who you serve and how you help them. Now, of course, Rome wasn't built in a day, and at the beginning, you just want to get going, get clients and practice with lots of families. But certainly when you get to a point where you feel confident, niching down will truly help you thrive. And that leads me to my next step, which is to know everything about your ideal client. So you want to know your ideal client inside out, and you want to know where they are seeking help. So, you want to head to Facebook groups and forums. And then what you want to do is be of value. So provide insightful responses to their questions that they have about sleep. And this is going to help you stand out and be seen as an authority in what you do. And you also want to find professionals that serve a similar audience to you, and you want to connect with them. So you want to find out where your ideal client hangs out offline as well as online. So to give you an example, if my ideal client is a career woman, LinkedIn would be a great social media platform to engage with them on, as well as Instagram and Facebook. And I'd also look at podcasts, look at podcasts that are targeting working parents. I'd build relationships with insurance companies, career coaches, other aligned professionals. I live in London, so I'd locate the corporate districts in London, so that's Canary Wharf and the city, and I'd reach out to professionals who are there that have physical buildings, so osteopaths, GPs, personal trainers. I'd also contact companies, specifically their wellness managers and HR managers, and I'd be doing that through LinkedIn and also just emailing them. And I could go on and on and on, like the opportunities are endless. And it's simple. You just want to reach out to people and you want to set yourself a goal of how many people you're contacting, and you need to figure out what to say, and you need to be consistent. And if you do that, you will see results. Next up, you're going to need to focus on getting clients, specifically your first 5 clients. Now, why am I saying your first 5 clients rather than, being booked out? And that's because at the start of running a business, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. Like the lists and the goals can seem endless. And right now, if you're feeling a bit overwhelmed about getting your first clients, you are not alone. I get it. I have been there. So instead of focusing on the big, hairy, scary goal of having lots of clients, let's break this down into manageable steps, because that allows you to stack your chips, stack your wins, and gain momentum. So at the start, you may consider volunteering your services initially with your first few clients, which will enable you to gather invaluable feedback and testimonials without the pressure of charging right away. And as you gain experience and you validate your methods, you can start to charge for your services. And with each positive testimonial and satisfied client, you'll find it easier to increase your rates and enhance your credibility. And remember, what I know to be true is that people buy from people that they know, they like, and they trust. So that's the goal at the start. Make it easy for people to start working with you. And I dive much deeper into how you can secure your first 5 clients in this video here, and I highly recommend watching it. It's packed with actionable tips, including how to transition from volunteering to charging and gathering those testimonials and scaling your practice. And remember, every successful consultant started exactly where you are right now, with 0 clients. You just need to have passion, the drive, and a clear action plan. Okay, my final step is choosing your business model. So firstly, I recommend you start with looking at you. So what is it that you want your business to look like so it meets your goals? And those goals might be goals to have a business that works around your family. So you need to think about what that looks like. So when can you do consultations? Consider your financial goals. So if your financial goals are to earn £15,000 plus a month, it's unlikely you can do that just focusing on a one-to-one consultancy method, because there aren't enough hours in the day. But it may be that you work towards a more scalable model. So you might run one-to-one consultations, but also have a group coaching program or a membership model. Maybe that's the longer-term plan. Maybe you love working in small groups in the community, or you want to run corporate workshops. Maybe it's a mixture of all of those things. So an exercise I love our graduates to do right at the start of their journey is really understanding their goals, and then plot time to review those goals every 90 days. And that gives you that clear compass of what you should be working towards. And then you can get much more granular when it comes to planning the activities to help you achieve your goals. But essentially, there are so many ways that you can run consultations, from walking consultations, workshops, teaming up with aligned professionals and running clinics, one-to-one consultations, and more scalable types of services from paid webinars, courses, memberships, coaching programs. So many. So what's important is that you want to understand from the start the type of business that you want to have that's going to work for you, that's going to help you to achieve your goals. And of course, you always need to have your client in mind. So you need to know how and when they are likely to access your services. All right, folks. So those are my 14 steps to building a successful sleep consultancy service. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your aha moments. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. Just put them in the chat. And if you're ready to take the next step towards a fulfilling career as a sleep consultant, click the link below to book a personal call with us. We'd love to find out more about your goals and see if we're a great fit to support you. And finally, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to be notified when we release our next video. Bye for now.